All right, here we go. The man himself. And what I want you to do is introduce yourself, what you go by, what people call you, and then we kind of just start from there.
Okay. My name is real name is Donald Woody. Everybody know me by Scoop, or Scooter, or Scoop Beats. It's not Scoop, S-C-O-O-P, it's S-C-O-O-T. A lot of people be calling me Scoop, it ain't Scoop.
Okay.
I'm like, man, my name ain't Scoop.
Right. Okay. So now, when did you start producing?
That's a funny story. Because I always been an instrumentalist, but when I was younger, I actually started church. So what ended up happening was my dad and my uncles, they would always disappear, and I did not know where they was. And I'm clingy as a kid. So we'd be at my uncle's house and I just see them disappear. One day I just seen, I was being nosy, doing what a kid do. Right. And I seen they went upstairs and my uncle had a full studio in there. My uncle is now my pastor, but this guy right here.
Okay.
But, he was like, they was in there recording and he's making beats. And from that day on, I was just like, hey, that's something I would want to do. Right. And so I would just always, what I would do, I was always a strange kid. So what I would do is make it to where I do my chores, make the grades, this and that. So I could go to my uncle's house every weekend. And I used to play basketball a little bit, but what I started doing once I discovered I like making beats, I would just go over there and use his equipment and just make beats. I would put them on tapes. Right. A lot of people don't know about tapes, but my first beats were put on tapes. So before we got all this technology, I was putting my beats on tapes. Running it on the cassette, to where you keep the air out of it. So you had to get the good ones with the good wiring.
That's the Memorex joint with the gold and all of that, the high quality.
With the Sony, what was it? The Sony. Believe he had a Sony tape deck.
Okay, so I go straight. Sony 4-track?
Yeah.
That's what I had. False text. I had a false text.
Yeah, we had to. So I'm going straight from a board.
Okay.
What was I using? Sonic SQ1. Mm-hmm. That, and putting beats on there.
Ooh, so you early in the game, how old would you say you was about that time?
12.
About 12 years old?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when would you say was your officially first beat that you did as a producer for an artist outside of family?
Let me think. I actually, to get in, believe it or not, the first beat I ever produced for somebody was for my record company. Redwood, we was Redwood Entertainment at the time. Okay. Now, mind you, I had produced before, but it was for a family, and we would win these, we'd win the...
talent shows or...
songwriting contests, pure gospel, but even my record label was, they were gospel rap, hip-hop. Mm-hmm. But what happened was my dad saw that I just kept making beats, so he bought me like little equipment here and there. Right. And so I did my first demo with them. I produced the whole thing, all except for one track, which I don't know if you know Cadence from Exodus.
Oh yeah. He
produced the only other track. He produced that. Okay. But I produced, that was the first full album. It's called Change of the Guard Part 1. I actually recorded it in 1999, released it in 2000.
You said 1999 and 2000?
Yeah.
How old are you, Scoots?
I'm 43.
Oh, you a young cat.
43.
You know I'm old when I say 43, so it's young as hell, so that's dope, man. Okay, so what or how's your relationship with Nut P? Because when I first started hearing your name starting to ring, Nut P was saying something about you. My nigga Boss
Okay.
Coleon, he was like, yeah, man, Scoots. He said, man, you and Scoots, man, y'all gonna be doing my beats, y'all gonna be doing my albums and stuff. And I was like, okay, Scoots. I said, man, I've never heard of him, man. You know what I mean? So how did you get introduced to Boss Coleon?
Boss, that is a funny story because, okay, I first met Boss in Midwest City.
Okay.
I had just moved back from LA, and Boss had just off the whim, my homeboy Brandon, which is also like my brother, like most of this equipment is stuff that me and him bought.
Right.
So, I got a high habit, so they had to help me.
Right.
But Boss came through the crib because my homeboy was like, man, there's this guy named Boss Coleon that want to talk to you. Because you got to think, although I was very talented, made a lot of beats, I didn't know a lot of people.
Okay.
So, and because I'm church cultured.
Right.
Like, even though, I don't make just church beats, I'm church culture, so I don't know a lot. I didn't know a lot of people at that time. And so Boss came to the crib. I never forget, I think he had not to put his business out there, but I am. He had a 211.
Okay.
And he wanted to listen to some beats. So he's up there sipping the beer. I'm up here. At the time, I was definitely drinking. So I was drinking. I had me a cup. He had him a cup. We just going through beats. Boss that day bought like 5 beats off the day he met me. And at that time, I was using FL Studio.
Okay.
Ensoniq. Still using the SQ1.
Okay.
And I think recording in the Windows. Something like that.
Right.
And so I want to say, no, he recorded with DJ Juki, I believe. He recorded with somebody else, but he bought a lot of beats from me that day.
Right.
So I met him in about 2006, 2007, something like that. But yeah, he met me, immediately start getting beats off of me.
Oh, okay.
So I want to say that the album I was on was Mates in the Game or something like that.
I've heard him mention that album before. So you said L.A., you moved back from L.A. Are you originally from L.A. or you originally from Omaha?
I'm from here.
Okay.
But off the whim of music,
right.
I just decided one day, I was like, me and my partner Mike Will, and Mike Will is he's also an artist and producer.
Okay.
We just decided we was going to load up. We originally was going to go to Vegas, but then we ended up connecting with some friends and family in Los Angeles.
Right.
And we moved out there. And that's another thing people really don't know about me. Like, when I moved out there, I learned a whole different segment of the game.
Okay.
So, like, the way I was making beats, like, L.A., what do they say? LA is very territorial. So if you're not going there with somebody that you know or whatever, they're going to ask you where you from. And they could already tell that I was from the country with the way I talk.
Right.
And so I would be in the hood. Like, I'd be in Duarte, I'd be in Pasadena, I'd be in Compton.
Right.
And now where I stayed was in a suburban area. But when they took me to the studio, that's when I learned, like, because I like to be fly wherever I go. So I had on, I was supposed to go to a little party, a little event, and I had on, like, this nice Tommy Hilfiger, some nice shoes and jeans, and they was like, man, go take that off. I was like, huh? They was like, yeah, you trying to get robbed. Like, go take that off. And so I had to put on a t-shirt and some khakis. And so everywhere I went, like the first time I went to the studio, I was about to bring all this equipment. They was like, put that up. Right. I'm like, huh? They like, nah, we going to the studio. They'll have some stuff, but put that up. So the only thing they would allow me to bring is a external hard drive. So I had to automatically have my stuff together. But what they did, not only did they teach me how to make beats, I mean, they didn't teach me how to make beats, but they helped me enhance my sound on them.
Okay.
And that's when I was introduced to more, instead of hardware, because I had all hardware.
Right.
That's when they introduced me to software.
Okay.
So, and they loaded me up. It was crazy. But yeah, I moved there for a little bit. Then I moved back here.
Okay. So let me ask you this. In the producer community, do you feel that you have gotten the accolades or the respect that you should have, or do you feel like you still kind of unknown, or what are your thoughts on that?
Here is Oklahoma's a funny spot.
Okay.
I cannot lie and say that I'm not respected.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that you're appreciated. I'm always respected, and I won't go into names because if I go into a studio, they be like, man, I go to school, he can play whatever, this. Now, that's the opposite of what I hear on the back end, like what could be said. And I really don't care.
Right.
Like, I'm not bred to really care about, people that speak behind your back, because one thing I know that people that talk behind your back are usually talking behind your back because they're behind you. And I'm not really saying that I'm the head of people in the game, but there's a lot of people that are maybe even more known than me.
Right.
But they can't do what I do. And vice versa. I can't do what they do. But
right.
I know for a fact, like, you talking about multiple instruments and all of that, DJing, like I do, I'm more hands-on with my production opposed to drag and drop art.
Okay.
And I sample, but what people don't understand, when I sample, it's a vision that I already had in my head that I'm going to enhance and play on top of. I know the keys of the song. I know the chord progressions and all of that.
Right.
So sampling is a little bit different for me. It's not just like, oh man, I got to loop that because I can't play it. It's more like, I'm going to loop that because it's going to make the sound thicker. Exactly.
So now since we're moving into that, how many instruments do you play?
I play, of course, keys. I'm a professionally, I play drums. I don't play much now, but drums was my first instrument, and I was very, very good. Like you said, I mean, still got my rudiments on my wall because every night I keep drumsticks on me all times.
Wait a minute. Every night you keep drumsticks on you?
I mean, I have them. Every night I'll go through and practice a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And I keep drumsticks on me, like wherever I go.
Right.
I always have a backpack and there's some drumsticks in there.
Like a strap.
So yeah, man. So I keep those on me, and then I play keys like that's what I do now. On a professional level, I gig and stuff like that.
Right.
And I play bass a little bit because you see, I got two basses.
Okay.
That bass, that bass. That's my daughter's bass. Actually.
Okay. She plays too.
Well, she playing around with it, but I think now she picks up really quick. I just think that when she bored, she go do something else.
Right.
But yeah, I play that, and I play a little bit of organ, and like I still play at church. That's what keeps me sharp. So that, what is it? Organ, keys, bass, and drums. Yeah.
Okay. Now, how would you describe your sound that you produce, and would you say has it grown? Has it expanded? And yeah, how would you describe your sound of production?
Nostalgic. It has progressed, but it's still nostalgic. It's very soulful, and it's very nostalgic. That's not all my fault, though.
Okay.
And it's not really a fault. It's actually what makes me who I am.
Right.
Imagine being able to make a modern trap beat, whatever they doing, boom, bap, whatever.
Right.
But it's always nostalgic. That's a mixture between church, and that's a mixture between my daddy making me. I remember one day, and I'll never forget this. This will stay in my mind to the day I die.
Right.
Remember one day, I was in there getting it in because let me tell you what was funny.
Right.
I built my own system because I wanted my beats to bump. And even though I played at church, I always heard hip hop. So even when I learned how to play at church, till I got a little bit more churchy, church bass,
Right.
not on drums, but on like keyboards and stuff. I actually had to, be taught, hey man, you can't play Dr. Dre at church. Oh, my bad, because you know what I'm saying.
Right.
So what ended up happening was I built this little system. I had 2 big speakers. I didn't know anything about sound, at that time. But 2 big house speakers, and I had a car subwoofer hooked up in my house to an amp.
Right.
And so I'm in there bumping different. And my daddy came out because we stayed in a apartment in Edmond.
Okay.
And my daddy came out because he always let me he always let me steal his keyboards and all this. But my daddy came in there. He's like, son, man, he's like, this stuff is cool. He's like, but man, I'm gonna tell you something. The real music came out in the 70s and stuff. And I was like, yeah, whatever. He's like, you'll find that you won't go too far without, knowing that stuff. And what ended up happening was my uncle would always give me, his brother would always give me records.
Right.
CDs at the time, or tapes.
Okay.
So what I do, I learned how to sample on Cakewalk. Before Pro Audio, I had 8, club tracks, where you only get 8 tracks.
Right.
So when I say sampling, like how they are gridded now, and you can just press buttons and it's gridded,
Right.
It wasn't like that. You literally had to chop it correctly.
Yeah.
So I had to chop the samples, and then I learned that a lot of the samples that I needed were 70s, 80s, some 60s,
Right.
because it had that soulful sound, and I always liked soulful music with heavy hitting drums. So that kind of developed my style.
Okay.
So it's always I don't care what I do, there's gonna be some nostalgia in there. That's why I can get mixed crowds. Younger people will like it, and older people.
Okay.
So
So you got a mixture of both.
yeah.
Okay. Nice. What would you say is your strong points of your production? Drums.
Man, hence the name School Beats. Like, you can kind of tell, like, with drum patterns, and not even patterns, but the way the drums hit.
Right.
If I've heard that, like, we can tell that's your beat. Like,
Okay.
We can tell, like, I can tell as soon as the drums hit, that was your beat. Like,
Right.
the way I place an 808 is not where the normal artist would place it. The way I would play it, it would be how I would play a bass on
Right.
keys, but I'm going to just do it as an 808.
Gotcha.
And it hit different. That's why you see all these keyboards, because I need my stuff like to hit different.
Right.
And that's just how it is. Like, and everything that you hear, like, I'm very what's the word? Strategic when it comes to instrumentation.
Okay.
I just don't. I'll run a loop, but I've got a lot to do with the manipulation and the enhancement of it.
Right.
So, because I'm meticulous as a musician, which it can be a gift and a curse, but
Right.
I'm not just gonna take a loop and just run it. Like, nah, I'm gonna spice it up.
Right. So now, what would you say would be your weak points of your production?
Let's see. I don't really care too much for trappier drums because I'm a pocket drummer.
Right.
Maybe that, and maybe some of the modern instruments that they like. To me, those are okay, but you can't replace a piano with, to me,
Right.
I'm not saying it's true with everything, but you can't replace a piano all the time with these newer synths.
Okay.
Like, if I'm producing for an R&B artist, yeah, I could give them some stuff, but then at some point, you got to give them the meat, like, so.
Right.
But when it comes to the newer, like, whatever, I even listen to younger guys on some of this stuff. And then, too, believe it or not, your weak point can actually be your strong point.
Right.
Sometimes me knowing how to play is a weakness.
Mm.
Because whereas if it's hip hop, it don't need more than 3 notes sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes I want to chord it up like I'm at church, so that's a weak point.
Okay.
I've heard, keep it simple, silly. Kiss it. Keep it simple.
Right. Now when we listen to some of your production, what are some of the influences that we could probably hear if we listen closely to some of your beats?
If you listen to the drum patterns or mixes, Dr. Dre and Timberland.
Okay, so those would be cited as your two favorite influences on you?
My man, if you want to talk about favorite influence, and I'm not talking about him now, I'm talking about more when he was younger.
Okay.
Kanye West.
Okay.
That is more of a style. Like when I had his music before, and there's a lot of records that Kanye West had produced that people do not know. Like even on Lil' Kim's album, I found a few records that I'm like, this say Kanye West, and if you go back and listen to it, you be like, that is Kanye. He just wasn't famous at that time.
Right.
Even So Def, he got some records that Kanye West is I'm one of them people that understand like why he acts like that.
Okay.
Why he's so arrogant, because he played the back for so long that people didn't know that a lot of hits on albums he was making, because they would go, oh, little young nigga, they stay back there. Well, big boys put our name on it.
Right.
But Kanye West, especially when he dropped the College Dropout, that inspired me. But then another producer who's an artist is like, man, you was making that stuff before him. But it's just that he made it so popular that he kind of gave me a gateway to where people accepted that weirdness.
Okay.
Like, I want to be like Kanye. I probably already had it. So
what then? Give me your top. Okay, now this is what we're gonna do. Give me your top 10 producers
10
in the city.
Okay.
We're gonna flip it on you in the city, then we're gonna go to the industry.
What I'm gonna do? My favorite, Tony Tone Beats.
Tony Tone, I heard of him.
Cadence.
I haven't heard of Cadence.
Cadence is definitely up there. KT, Keith Majorway.
Okay.
KT, and he's a mentor.
Okay.
KT. Let me see. What is that? 3? I mean 4.
That's 4 right there.
Nature Boy made that list because
Okay.
when I finally hooked up with him, and I actually been in his studio, so I see, what he got going on.
Right.
I rock with Nature Boy.
Okay.
I fool with Q Spitz. I fool with him.
Okay. That's it.
And that's a youngster too. So
Right.
I fool with him. Like, let me see, Q Spitz, Super Dave. I don't know if y'all know Super Dave. Super Dave is, man, if you listen to Spence Brown, especially what is it, the Real Star EP, Super Dave mixed and mastered it, but he also made, I want to say, the tab that me and Tony didn't make, Super Dave made the rest of it. Super Dave,
Okay.
he's him, DJ G-Mac, like all of them, those guys, like, I know you probably like, man, this list is different. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of these cats. I mean, I just did an interview with Nature Boy.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago. So he's on the radar. Major Way, that's what you said?
Yeah,
KT. I gotta go stop by and go visit him.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's a few, I think you named somebody else in the beginning of the
Tony Tone.
Tony Tone. Yeah, I heard of Tone. I gotta go visit him. But the rest of these cats I've never heard of, man.
Yeah, man.
And that's what we're trying to do with this kind of like these interviews and documentaries of producers that's in the city.
Yeah.
And with Segue, I'm gonna let you get back on your list, but
Okay.
I had never met you in person until the night of that beat battle that CL McCoy had put on.
Oh!
And there you go. Me and Takeoff were sitting at the table, and you came up and you said at our table.
Right.
And that was my first time. Yeah.
I didn't put the name with the okay.
Yeah. That was the
We
first
did
time.
meet. We met.
That's what I'm saying. So that was the first time me seeing you in person. I think a lot of times, man, a lot of us producers, man, we don't really go out. We stay in the cave. We all have the same habits. You know what I mean? The same habits. We're like introverts. You know what I mean? We kind of like, we don't ever want to come out. We're always working. And so when we do come out, people's like, oh, wait a minute, I know you.
Yeah,
Oh,
yep.
yeah, wait a minute, I know you. So that's where I met you, and I was like, yo, I gotta go chop it up with Scoots, man, because I've heard his name been ringing in the city for years. And then I started seeing you online. I followed you on Facebook, and I started watching you. You almost give like tutorials.
Yeah.
You give like tutorials, man, where you be, getting ready to display a beat and stuff. And I was like, man, that's kind of really unique, man. I think that was at 6 with the art and with the producers here. Give me 4 more, and then we're gonna go to the industry.
I gave you 6. I said, heck, let's go with my uncle, the one who I was borrowing his equipment.
Right.
Because I got this track called, what is it called? It's called Be Not Afraid.
Okay.
It's on Redwood's album, but my uncle, I sampled my uncle. He, because he plays multiple instruments, and I grew up under him, so he taught a lot of my playing. He taught, but he produces records. He writes songs and he produces records.
Nice.
And the part that I sampled, he orchestrated an orchestra type sound, and it's on an actual record.
Okay.
So him, let me see. I'm gonna put Cutter up there because I fool with Chris Cutter.
Yep.
And even beyond, like Chris helped engineer my daddy's album, Rest in Peace, Pop.
Okay.
But Chris, I will always have him somewhere in my top. How many is that?
That's 8 right there.
Let me think. Yeah. Key Tech.
T-Tech the mayor.
Key Tech. I cannot tell you how many times I would go to Diamond and he let me in Studio B and just go in. But then one day he came in because he could use pretty much anything.
Yeah.
But he was great at a digital performer. He taught me how to use it.
Okay.
And when I heard his beats, yeah. And then, like I said, he kind of treated me like a little YG,
Okay.
showed me some things that I never would have known.
Right.
Him, and then, man, Spider and Tap. Like,
Okay.
I mean, I got, and I just met Tapwater's son. He can rhyme.
Okay.
But I had to tell him, like, the lineage in which he evolved from. I'm like, this is not a game, bro. Like,
Right.
you don't know who your people are. I'm like, you never, as your daddy might be cooler than what you giving him credit for.
Right.
And Spider and them, they was cool. And I remember I found out about them buying, remember they used to sell cologne at the flea market.
Right. The Black Israelites.
We used to, I used to chop it up, but once we got past all that religious stuff,
Right.
we were good. And so that would be who I know. Now, Cap, I have heard your stuff. So, and that's why I did that on purpose.
What do you mean, Scoots?
Because we did some stuff with riddles.
Okay.
And so, don't get it twisted. You definitely up there. But I just wanted to kind of shout out.
Yeah. We wanted to hear people that.
But no, don't get it
that we
twisted
haven't
because
known.
I've been and heard. Because I've heard your mixes and your beats. I'm trying to think of who's mix. Riddles. A lot of your stuff would go through him because we go bumping in the car, and I've been hearing your stuff, and it's a few other people that I think even take off now. Like it's a few people
Take
like
off, L Smooth, take off.
that's what I'm saying. So don't get it twisted, y'all. I waited. Y'all probably didn't think I knew, but I knew.
It wasn't a trick question, man. I didn't want you
just-
to be. Yeah, I wanted to hear cats that I haven't heard for them. So when I go back and edit this, and I can go look these cats up and then send a message to them and do an interview on them as well. You know what I mean? I think we are too close together to not know
Bruh.
each other.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And so, how is it that, you know, when I went to that beat thing, which shouts out to CL for that, and you know, I just said, yo, I'm coming, you know, and there's a separation. It seems like, okay. So you have, you know, the Tony C's that came just a little bit before us. Then you come with our era, you know, me, Key Tech, all of us. Then you got Cut and them coming in after us. You know what I mean? And then you have like the CLs and all of those cats, right? And so there's just not a bridge that's bridging from this one to this one to this one to that one. But it should be in some type of way. Now, I'm not saying by no means that we all should be, you know, holding hands and singing Kumbaya. But, you know, I think that, you know, it should be some type of recognition that, you know, hey, Scoot, hey, I recognize him. Let's give him some love. Let's show him some love. Let's recognize him. Like, yo, like, just, I'm not getting on a radio station, but I'm just saying, just like, without the producers, none of this shit moves.
No,
none of it.
None of it.
You understand what I'm saying? And so there's not have been one DJ from the studio, from the radio station say, hey man, I want to come in. I want y'all to come and do an interview. Want to know what you got going on. We hear all of these artists, they come and go, but guess what? We still here. We've been here in the 80s, in the 90s, the 2000s, 2010s, 2020s, and we still here, man. So, you know, I thought that, you know, we can put something together and we can start trying to shine some light on some cats. You know what I mean? Some cats that people don't know, that should know, and people that they do know, but should know even more. You understand what I'm saying? Because, dog, your names is ringing and you have the information that an up-and-coming producer could utilize. And you could guide him in the right way. You understand what I'm saying? To be able to create and be able to, you know, make people feel a certain type of way. Okay? And so that's why I said, man, I got to store it. You know, there's nothing that's documented in the city. Nothing.
It's true.
Yeah. On producers. Now, maybe on artists or something like that, but not producers, man. And some of those, like, because we don't go out, we have a little bit of longer lifespan, you know what I mean, than others. And so, you know, why should we be not heard of? You understand what I'm saying? How come people don't know Scoot more than they do? You know, they should know you a way more, I feel, than they know you now. Yeah. Would that be fair?
Yeah.
Okay, because you are super talented. We're about to get into, you know, your process, how you get down, how you do things, man. But we kind of wanted to do a little background, you know, on you, you know, kind of pick your brain, you know. What do you feel music is moving towards with all of the AI?
Let me tell you, it's a gift and it's a curse.
Okay.
I'm not clowning AI.
Right.
We gonna break it down to the bare minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Errors, culture and error, errors and culture. I want y'all to remember that. I grew up in an era where the culture was to play, was to know your instrument, was to know theory. This era, if you notice, even with, and we gonna get outside of music because it's gonna make sense to you here in a minute.
Right.
We live in an era where we need it today. So even me as a producer, I had to step out of my comfort zone, kind of fool with AIs, kind of do all of that. Now the part that makes it heavy is I still got that other bag. The part that I believe that we are gonna really, 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 what they say, you don't miss until it's gone.
Right.
You're gonna. I was watching an interview. This guy, man, I made a hit record, this and that. They was like, so Harold, what was your process? And I ain't gonna say it disappointed me, but I kind of was disheartened. He was like, man, I just dragged and dropped some stuff, and that's what it did. So cats are going around with no knowledge, but a lot of arrogance, mouth, this and that. That's why, like, even if I were to take an understudy, I'd have to take into consideration the error of which they're producing. Everybody got FL Studio. Everybody making. I got a beat too. Like, I don't hear anymore. Man, nah. I can't even front. I still hear it a lot, but a lot of times it's usually with competitive vibes to where I'll be like, man, they be like, man, you don't make no beats, this and that. And then I have to play it, and they're like, oh, something different. Like, dang, man, you cold. Like, man. But AI is making it to where everybody can do it, and it's quick.
Right.
Now, if you were to bring them in a situation to where they had to prove, they might stumble a little bit. Then that's when the person like me, they gonna call. Like, hey, man, you know, they couldn't hit that diminished eighth. Can you do that? Like, man, fifth, shit, scales. And because I was teaching this one guy, I ain't gonna say no names, but he made it more of a competition. Because even like as far as playing, I was like, he was thinking about buying a keyboard. So I'm like, man, when you want to learn how to play, let me know. You know, I can give you some lessons on, you know, especially on structure and beats. Like, let me do that. Volunteering it, right?
Right.
And so I sent him some scales and stuff like that to where he'll know, like, what you're doing. Long story short, instead of him being appreciative of that, he kind of made it a competition. I kind of had to bow out because I'm like, man, you kind of got your in your mind what you gonna do.
Right.
So I can't do nothing but respect it because I'm not a confrontational person. So if you got you, hey, by all means, you good. But
now you say you're not a confrontational type of person,
nah.
but would you say that you are a competitive type of person?
Kind of, because I'm a musician.
Okay.
So my competitive is different. My competitive has always been, prime example, I play with some of the greatest musicians every week at church.
Right.
Competitive is this. You dropped the ball last week. You needed to get in your bag and learn these lines.
Right.
To where you can get on point. And I played with some of the greatest musicians I'm not going to say even in Oklahoma, I'm talking about across the country. So my competition, I hate to say it because it kind of sounds arrogant, isn't any of the beat makers here. Okay. Unfortunately, it's not. Right. I can't really say, when I say I look up to somebody, it'll be like you, Cap, or somebody like Keytech, right, or Spider, because the art. Reggie Ganther, people like that.
Okay.
Like,
gotta go visit Reggie.
Yes, you do. Because those are people that understand progression, but they also understand old school. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have an old school bag. It's kind of like not knowing the hymnal, but you playing all the new songs at church. So, and yes, I do. I feel competitive, but it's more of a friendly competition. More like I come in and be like, man, because I remember one time, speaking of Reggie, because I had just got back on my feet on some things, and Reggie was like, man, I'm the hottest beat maker here. And I just laughed. And he's like, well, you laughing, but I'm serious. So I think that night I took about a little bit. I like, man, check your email. And that's, you know, you still got it. Like that type of competition. More proof of
the pudding, of the power that you really have.
And so I'm not really one of them, oh man, it's me. Nah, I don't know how to do that because that ain't even my swagger. Right. That's why, like, I even, how you said, it's kind of like a tutorial online. Right. Because that makes you not even question. Right. Dang, that's what he does.
So you take the competition out of it when you're teaching.
Because if you're going to come at me, you got to be a dog. Like, you got to be.
You got to be a big dog. You got to be a big dog.
I expect, like, Zaytoven, Timberland, those type guys, the guys that will show you, like, hey, man, I'm in here doing that. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I ain't going to just, oh, yeah, man, you made that. Like, nah, I'm going to show you that I made that.
Right.
And I'm gonna show you how I did it, what key it was in, this and that, to where you kind of know, like, it's not only a beat, it's like knowledge.
Right.
And I would like to think, like my daughter told me, Daddy, you're a nerd. And then I was like, man, whatever. She's like, no, look at your hyperfixation on music. Look at all the stuff you got. Look at this and that. And then I studied what nerd, I looked up the definition of nerd, and it's just basically you are very sharp in your craft in which you work.
Right.
And when it comes to beats, I'm pretty good at that. Like, all right. So I'm a nerd, and I accept that.
You accept that?
I accept it.
You accept that. That's dope, man. I was gonna ask you something, kind of skipped my mind, but you know it's all good because watch this. What software? Okay, I'm gonna get into it. What software do you feel best fits you?
Studio One.
Studio One.
Man, and this is coming from
Wow.
Yeah. And that's low key Nature Boy's fault.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. Speaking of that, the older I get, my ear is changing.
Okay.
And to whereas everybody got 808s, claps and stuff, I'm still a real drummer, so if it's boom pap, I might want a snare.
Right.
Like I don't want a clap. I want a kick that can be rounded and hit like how your 808 will hit in the car, but I don't want an 808.
Right.
I want to play the bass line.
Right.
Studio One also, the mixing ability makes me separate from I hate to say it, a Fruity Loops producer, in which, never get it twisted, y'all, and this is where the competition come out, because these youngsters, I use Fruity Loops. Don't ever try to come in with Fruity Loops, because I've been using that. Notice I call it Fruity Loops.
Right. Not FL.
I've used it since it was on the A-Drive disc.
Right.
And I'll tell you how I got it. My band, my drum captain gave it to me, because he was like, Donald, you always trying to, when we playing a song, you always making up your own beat. He's like, I think you make beats. He gave me FL Studio. That's when I first learned digital sequence
Okay.
to the fullest.
Right.
And so, I ain't the dude that you want to be going against on that guy. I know like a lot. That matter of fact, at one point I was going to teach a class, so don't get it twisted out.
Right.
Now, right now, though, based off my musicianship and what I want to hear,
Right.
Definitely Studio One, because I record in it and now I make beats in it.
Okay.
And
I know what I was going to ask you. Give me a list of your accomplishments, man, that you have done. Who you worked with, who you have done music for. Now we kind of got into it a little bit with the Boss K, but I know you got definitely a longer line of discography off in there. Yeah, let me hear some of that. The people that you worked with, man, and stuff.
I'm gonna tell you some things that y'all might not know. Okay, first off, props to my pops. I'm gonna give him a real big shout out, because there's some things that I would not have accomplished without my dad being directly involved.
Right.
First off, 1140. I remember one day, because my dad, I got to point to all of this, because I'm gonna list these accomplishments and show you how it all ties in.
Okay.
One day, I was in my room, I was making beats. My daddy came in there, hey, we got to go to 1140. I'm like, okay, Daddy. I'm young. I don't know what's going on. Okay, Dad. I'm going to go with my daddy. And so I went in there, and next thing you know, what is it, Fred Elkins?
Oh, wow.
So
you went way
yeah, Fred Elkins was interviewing me.
Okay.
And I was like, and my daddy's like, I didn't know.
Right.
My dad's like, man, this, that, and that, this, that, and that. And I was like, oh, okay. Now, as I got, I was like, dang, Daddy, like, that's cold. So that was my first interview, 91 FM. As a gospel artist at the time and producer mainly, they had me up there every week. So that was big at the time.
Right.
All of my records on there, all bangers. Then 97.9.
Okay.
I'm telling y'all this for a reason. And this is all albums or songs done in my room or at my house. Made it on there. I remember the Joey and Heather show, they asked me to send them instrumentals because I did a demo for 2 people that were on the Joey and Heather show, and then they ended up playing my instrumentals for a month on there. Go to 103.5. I was the first interview producer, I believe, in Oklahoma. Terry Mundy called me to interview me. When they first started 103.5.
Wow.
I believe I was the first one, the first producer they gave a full interview to. Mind you, my daddy got a lot to do with, he's taking me these places.
Right.
104.9, once they transitioned, I had a song where they did a Slam It or Jam It. Of course, they jammed it. As far as the industry,
right.
One day I did like this beat on YouTube, and the next thing you know, I check my YouTube emails and stuff, and they's like, hey man, we want you to do a remix for this song, see if you can do it. So they sent me the song with the vocals, and it's the vocals, and they like build a beat around it. Come to find out, it was a remix album, and it was I ended up landing on the album with Ninth Wonder.
Wow.
So that happened. Then they turned back around, let me do a mixtape. DJ Drama ended up being on it. Then turned back around. A lot of people don't know him, but he's pretty good in underground. Joe Scudder ended up getting on one of my records called Miss America.
Okay.
Then one day, this is why you get your publishing and your paperwork right. I get a few calls, and one of my songs landed on Real Basketball Housewives or whatever.
Basketball Wives.
I wrote a song. It's called "To the Day," and they end up playing it on there. Man.
Now hold up. Now that's wait a minute.
Yeah.
Now wait a minute. Now that's sync money right there. Okay.
And
so
see, I didn't know about sync licensing.
Yeah, that's
and
sync
that's
money
why I say
right
I wasn't seasoned. Now,
right.
Can't get that past me. But they because I end up singing that song, you know, because I wrote a song,
right.
And they played the song, and it was like burned. I'm like, oh my god, that money would have hit different. And
right.
Just learning, these are bumps and bruises in the game.
Okay.
But that was huge. Then one day I was just playing at an event. My dad was preaching, and my dad started singing. Because my dad's one of the greatest singers. I'm not talking about in Oklahoma. I'm talking about in the world. And
right.
I'm not saying that because he's my dad. Like, he really got to travel the world singing.
Right.
But ended up playing for Marvin Sapp on keys. So these are things that are really happening in real life.
Wow.
So even though people might not know me, that has nothing to do with like the accomplishments that I've made literally from my room via my daddy's spearhead. My daddy, I could not understand why my daddy would not let me. You don't have to go to that studio. You just do it at home. And I'll be like, man, what?
Right.
To the point to where before my daddy passed, I had to tell him, like, thank you. Like, I see what you said now. Like, because he's like, man, and I saved you from all that Diddy shit. Right. Like, so, right. You know, I never, because I was at risk of, like, the way I was going, I definitely could have ended up in, a lot of awkward situations. Right. And so, yeah, those are a few. Man, and then I was the first one. Don't get it twisted. It's what the OKC People's Choice Awards now. I remember I was living in LA. They called me when I was living in LA, and that was the first time they was gonna do the Oklahoma Award type show. Right. I was the first producer to win Producer of the Year.
Oh wow! Congratulations!
And that was cool, even though y'all booed me in my own state.
They booed you.
Booed. But the speech that I gave ended up giving me. Everybody ended up applauding me because. It's kind of like this everybody has, and I'm not calling nobody out, but y'all know that it's true. Everybody has a favorites here.
Right.
And I get it.
Cliquish.
I get it. I understand it. I've never ever fit any clique ever, never in anything in life.
Right.
And so for me to come out the thing, because I remember getting a call in LA, they was like, "You gonna have to come back home because you up for 3 awards, but by a landslide, you won Producer of the Year." And I was like, "That's crazy." But instead of showing love, I got booed on the way up there. Till I was like, man, I'm appreciative of what of this recognition. And I'm like, truth be told, and I meant when I said this, all of y'all are dope, and I've listened to all of y'all's music. But I'm like, at this time, y'all know what it is, like, right. And they kind of like, I got the slow clap, but they ended up like, okay, yeah, he cool because
you
I'm
deserved it. You deserved it.
Yeah, they knew it.
You deserved it, dog. You deserved. Man, those are great accomplishments to achieve from somebody from Oklahoma. You hear me? Like that's, you named some big names, dog, and you did some big things, man. I don't think people understand the magnitude of what you just said.
Man.
But when you look it up and you check it out, you will.
You can Google.
Yeah, you will. You will see that. You will see that, man. Man, congratulations, man, on all your accomplishments, man, and everything, man. This is why, your name keep ringing like a bell. You know what I'm saying? This is the reason why. What we want to do now, man, is really kind of just jump into your beat process. How do you, start your beat making? Like when you're getting ready to make a beat. Now, in this segment right here, most cats like to show off, you know what I mean? Like, okay. So most cats like to show off, and I'm not mad about that. You can create a beat from scratch, or you can play something and, go back and tell us how you created that beat. So it's kind of on you, but so far, everybody has created
a beat. Oh, man.
Everybody has created a beat right in front of us. And so, and that beat will be playing during this interview. Okay? So I want you to understand that. So, once you create it, I'll be like, yo, Scoop, can you shoot me that beat? Okay. So I can put that up under the, the interview and everything like that, man. So that's where we at now. The floor is yours, Scoop.
Let me see how I want to approach this. First off, let me see that I ain't never used my adamant over here on this side.
Okay.
I just got this. Like, man, next boy called me a junkie. Okay. Right.
What are those, Yamaha 15s?
Yes. I mean, something like that. But
yeah, they are. They not no 5s and no 10s. I know that.
And I got a subwoofer. So
look at him.
Yeah.
What do your neighbors say, dog?
They know. I try to be as respectful though as possible. Right. But they kind of know, like when they see you packing like basses and
they know you're finna get cranked.
Yeah.
No, you're finna get cranked up.
So they don't really. I'm gonna make this real simple. I'm gonna talk while we do this.
Oh, go ahead, do your tutorial, man.
But,
I dig it, man. I dig it.
We they are really good people. Like they understand. Like that's what I do. Like it is what it is. And so I just kind of, and I'm never disrespectful though. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful that they would even allow me, you know what I'm saying? People really do, like, once they realize the talent, they respect what you got going. So it's not really even a big deal, you know what I'm saying, to them. Right. Especially, like, and then I'm a giver, like, if that makes sense. When you give back to people, like even if it's just taking their trash out, like I'm very down to earth. Right. They ask me for some money because people, I don't know why, but they think I'm rich. Which I ask God because I'm very, very spiritual person. I ask God, I'm like, what's the purpose if I'm not rich? What's the purpose of people treating me like I'm rich? Right. And then I believe God is saying, man, just kind of get prepared because maybe one day you might be rich. Like, so I don't take people for granted. I love everybody. And, like I treat people with respect. And, things like that. And so, you know, to get respect, you gotta give it.
There you go.
And so, and my daddy's taught me well. So.
Now, walk us through what you're doing right now.
I'm loading up some instruments.
Okay, so you're just loading up. Now we in Studio One. Okay, we're in Studio One.
Yep. All right. Let me see how I want to approach this. I'm gonna make something real simple, but I'm gonna show you how. If I have an idea. So say I want to do something like that. I'm gonna just keep it.
That chord was sick. What's that? Diminish something?
Yeah, that's it.
Ooh, that's sweet.
I'm gonna do something like that just to.
Oh, that's sick right there.
Let's see how we gonna rock this.
Yes,
Cap.
sir.
Give me that count in. I want it a little slower too, kind of give it more of a groove feel. And I'm gonna just show you like this. It's gonna be fun, bro. I'll do this all day.
How long you think you've been producing? How many years you say you've been producing?
Since 12, damn near 30 years.
30 years.
Yep.
Wow, 30 years in the game, y'all. That's why I sound like
because what, I'm 43. Yeah, about 30 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I never thought of it like that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So let me do this count in. We gonna just run with that. Alright, I need my metronome. My timing is great, but not that great. I need my metronome the whole way through to carry me through. Now this thing wants to happen. Here we go. Hold on. Cap got me over here nervous.
Nervous for what? You are the teacher, sir. You know, I'm in school, baby. Okay, so now I'm asking, when you're making a loop right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so you doing 4 bars, 8 bars, 12 bars? What are you doing?
I'm gonna do. What you think I should do, Cap?
No. I want to know your process. How you normally do it.
Let me see how. And I'm just warming up, bro.
Okay,
So now, Cap, you asking great questions. How about that's 4?
Yeah. So that's 16 right there.
So, do we want to go that long, or do we want to kind of shorten it?
No, do 8. Do 8. I mean, and then if you want to add something else to it. But I'm in school. Class is in session, and I'm learning my lessons, baby. You dig what I'm saying? So you do your thing, man.
I'm gonna try.
It sounded dope, so
I'm gonna try to show you something crazy though, because you talk about AI, we can go into it, but I think I want to switch keys, and I think I don't want to swing it as much. So 2, 3, 4. I want to keep it that simple.
right.
So, if I kind of wanted R&B, but not, I still wanted to be able to do hip hop. So we want to. I just want my chords to hit a certain way.
Right.
And I think I want to do this 130, and we're gonna try practice. that. So we got that. Let me quantize it, and I'm gonna show you how we gonna work this. Bounce it, and I think it sound all right. We just gonna take what we got, bounce. See what we got. So we gonna keep that. Then I'm gonna do something like this, and then I'm gonna show you something real stupid.
Okay.
I'm not gonna add too much because then I'm gonna start taking you to church, and then you gonna be like, hey, wait a minute, nigga, we wasn't trying to get the whole stuff. So
do you think? I'm listening.
Let's do some violins. Cap, they don't know, man. I'm a student of the game. And this mug wanna come on.
Right.
Now, if I go over here, it's all bad.
It's over.
It's all bad. But then I'm gonna pull up something over there too.
Okay.
'Cause I want to show you something as far as sampling. Right over here. Oh, y'all playing me. Hold on. You know what? Take that off. Remove instrument. Maybe I don't need that one. See if we can get an organ to do what it do. Now my app will pick up on it. Why y'all not letting me? You know what, Cap?
Mm-hmm.
Pause that. We going over here.
Okay.
Cause this is where I normally don't make beats over here. We going over here. We might trap it today.
Yep. Yeah.
Let me see what my drums sound like.
Now, where you normally get your drums? You make them, or you just buy them offline, or different?
Let me tell y'all something.
Okay.
This is Nature Boy's fault, for one.
Okay.
Yep, that's you, Nature Boy, and you know why. And I love him. He know that. He's gonna laugh when he see it.
Okay.
And Presona y'all need to pay me for this at some point. These are all Presonus based. I did not get, because I was about to get another, if you notice, this is what, the MPC?
Yeah. The Akai MPC.
The Akai MPK.
MPK. Mini. Yeah.
Mini. Now, I was going to get a what's the one that goes to the computer? The big
The machine is that?
No, I like the machine.
Oh, the big one. I got the 24 with the buttons.
I was gonna get
buttons.
that.
Yeah.
So I called Nature Boy, and this is a true story because he's an idiot. Because let me tell y'all a story about me. This is the honest to God truth. This might be the newest DAW that I'm using to make beats. I haven't made any beats other than Cakewalk Pro Audio, Sonar, and FL Studio. If y'all study the history of FL Studio, other than actual keyboards, the only software I've used mainly is FL Studio. Now, Cap, you probably know this, but if anybody knows Cakewalk products, if you notice there is a Fruity Loops made by what? Cakewalk.
Cakewalk. Yeah.
So those were all the same. So I've never veered out
of the Cakewalk situation, right?
till
To now to Presonus.
I started recording in PreSonus because I liked it, like the sessions. Because I like Pro Tools. Don't get it twisted. Because I was listening to a record I did with JB and Chris McCain in the car today. It was dope. On Pro Tools, man, y'all gotta. It's called Taxi Ride. If y'all, I think y'all would enjoy that. Enjoy that classic because you know they've grown in what they do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying on how they do.
Right.
But at that time, I had both of them in the studio. I was using the Control 24 and Bond City Media, and I wrote this song called Taxi Ride.
Okay.
Well, when it comes to software, PreSonus, these are all PreSonus instruments.
Wow.
This is within the software.
Okay, so just like native instruments with machine and all of that. So PreSonus has its own everything. Keyboard, VSTs, boards, everything. Yes. Okay, got you.
Stupid. So I'm all, the only thing analog, Cap, is this.
Now what is that right there? Is that a Roland or what is that?
This is a Yamaha.
A Yamaha, okay.
A Yamaha.
That's when you know he's a professional. When you see
Yamaha. You playing piano and stuff, you won't.
As real as it can be.
And then I like Roland. I got a Roland. My boy got it. But all of these are MIDI.
Okay.
So
the MIDI controllers.
Yeah.
Okay. What made you get the all white on white?
Because I like it. It wasn't nothing no different.
It's clean. It's clean.
I just liked it. I've seen it and I was like, it don't do nothing no special than any other thing.
Right. You got the black on black MIDI. PK, what's that? KP?
Yep, this is an MPK.
MPK, the black on black, and then you got the white on white.
Yep,
that's dope.
I needed it, and and don't get it twisted. You to all any young producers, treat yourself,
right?
Because it'll encourage you to keep working.
Now, let me ask you this: would you suggest they get the newest and the latest every time something gets an upgrade? There you go.
Because let me tell you why. For one, and I'm gonna be honest, you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Right.
And that's just being honest.
Right.
Because if I had my way, I wouldn't have got this. Till Nature Boy stopped me. He was like, "Hey, you're running this. You need to run this. It runs efficiently." And I talked to Nature. We talked about 2 hours about it because I was like, "Nature, I really think." He was like, "Scoop." He's like, "You're gonna make this call again, and you're gonna thank me."
Right.
Thank you.
Dope. What up, Nature Boy?
Yeah. He knew what he was doing.
Nice.
So, but I'm gonna do a trappy beat. I kind of know. That's the intro. And let me see what my tempo looking like. Yep. All right, you ready, Cap?
Oh, I'm ready. We've been recording.
Let's get it.
Yeah.
What is that? That's 8 bars and cut times. Yep. Let's see. Quantize. Go back. Yeah, Cap, that's definitely Nature Boy's fault on this whole ordeal. So let's see. Alright. So what I'm gonna do here, y'all, instead of just MIDI-ing it, we're gonna dump it. That. So we got that. Take that out. I don't know if I want to run the loop just yet. I'm gonna make this real short and sweet for y'all.
What is that you just got through touching?
This is my fader port. So it's kind of like if you had a Control 24. See, I'm in a little apartment, so I got to keep it humble. But what it does, I mix the fader EQ, volume EQ over there. But it does way more, like record, cue, panning,
Okay.
everything.
So is that actually like one strip of a channel strip
Yeah.
every time you do that? Oh, that's
Yeah.
dope. Okay.
Yeah.
And so it's its own unique strip with everything that it could do for that channel to affect that channel.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. That's dope. What made you get that?
Nature boy.
Boy. That's wild.
Nature boy.
That's
As I
wild.
said, I mean,
Okay.
he get on my nerves. I love him.
Yeah. That's
So-
like little brother to you.
That's big, bro.
That's big, but he
But
older than you.
He's what 45. So, because he told me I was because we got this little producer group
Uh-huh.
and he was chopping it up and he was like, man, Scoop. He was like, man, I think. And he came to me as humbly as he could because he knew, like, he was like, man, Scoop, cold.
Right.
So he didn't come to me like, hey, little nigga, you need to. He was like, Scoot, I think what you need from what it sounds like.
Right.
He made it sound as nice as he could.
Right.
I think you need to use something else. I think what you're looking for is probably in PreSonus. I'm like, I record in PreSonus. I do my sessions in there. I don't make beats in anything but FL Studio.
Right.
I just need to fatten it up.
Right.
He was like, Scoot, I'm going to just throw this out there.
Mm.
I think what you need is right there.
Wow.
And then he started explaining it. And as he was, I was chopping him down, bro. I
Mm.
was like, nah, no, this and that. Nah, I'm good, this
Right.
and that. And I'm slowly putting this stuff on there. And then I'm like, then I call him one day. I'm like, man, I hate you, bro. And he's like, you switched. I'm like, yep.
Ah.
Switched. So and this is my newest toy from
Okay.
now.
Okay.
So
Hey, them drums sound dope, dog.
and that's all PreSonus.
Them drums sound
They
dope.
stupid, ain't they?
They stupid, dog.
And you know, the beautiful things about drums is if you can actually control the drum,
Right.
that's the beat.
Oh yeah.
Like,
That's
you know.
that's over half the battle right there.
Man,
Yeah.
bro, I'm grateful. I say that.
That's
But
dope,
yeah,
man.
this dude. Yeah, that's my fader port. This my Quantum. I really should be using that for my mic, but I like SSL.
Okay.
Y'all know SSL.
Oh yeah.
Solid
Shit.
State Logic.
Yeah. Top of the top, baby.
Yeah. I can't get the brick board, but I'll make up. So
That's dope.
and we be in here working, man.
No.
I don't even want to put the y'all. I don't care how long it take. I separate my kick and my snare.
Mm-hmm.
I got to. Yep. Alright. So quantized. And I might be going through this fast because, man, once they give me the go, it's like drugs to me.
Oh, I see. I see.
Me-
So this process is also kind of like Logic Pro.
Yes, sir.
Once you record it and you
Yes,
say,
sir.
yeah, uh-huh.
Logic Pro, yes, sir. And you know what I like about this? You see how my drums are there?
Right,
I know that's not, if we looking at it wave for wave,
right,
I'm not worried about it being in the red or anything right now.
right.
But we know we're going to want them drums up.
Yeah. So,
So
you
I'ma
can
just-
but that's the whole point of separation.
Yep.
So you can,
But see, with this, I can just drag it up, even if I don't want to do the fader port.
yeah.
So we're going to.
So that's what I do too in Pro 2. See, in Pro
That's
2,
why I
Yeah.
know you use. Cat, don't even trip, bro. Don't trip because listen,
yes, sir.
I gotta admit,
Okay.
it's Sunday and I feel like I need to come clean.
He cold, man. He cold blooded,
I
man.
just came from church,
Yes,
so
sir. Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
keep on the Lord's day.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna say, Cap, I've
Yeah.
studied you for a very long time.
Wow, didn't know, dog. I didn't know.
For y'all that don't know,
Right.
engineers understand because I make beats, but I engineer too.
Exactly.
Cap has a sound
Right.
that only OG engineers and beat makers can get out of the DAW Pro Tools.
Damn.
I know it because I hear it, and I'm
Right.
like, because every time if I'm like, hey, where you do that at?
Right.
not even so much the beat. Like,
Right.
where'd you get that at?
Yeah.
And one of the biggest people that I dealt with was, cause I was like, man, cause he used me as I was younger, riddles, and he would let me hear his stuff. I could tell Chris Cutters,
Right.
all of this, and then I was like, where is it? Because there were certain records that I was like, hey, where is it? And I had heard about you. I was like, I got to meet this guy.
Right.
Is in there. I asked the same question. I'm like, what do you use?
Right.
Pro Tools. I'm like, I can hear
Right.
Pro Tools. I know what Pro Tools sound like.
That engine is so tough. The
Yeah.
Pro Tools engine.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you why. I just put Pro Tools back on.
Yeah,
my computer.
you know what I mean?
I
Like,
just got Pro Tools back on here,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I mean, he might be watching me, y'all, but do not think.
Oh, I'm
this guy
watching.
filming.
And I'm going through because I'm walking. I'm in class now. He's walking me through his process of how he's doing things. And I'm glad you're stopping. Some people be like, man, let me do the beat and then I'll break it down for you, dog. But I'm watching you, how you're doing and how you land. I think it's really creative and impressive how every producer does and lay and make beats and produce. No one is the same. No one. You know what I mean? And which means there is no one right way to do it.
Nope.
Now, notice I didn't say there's no wrong way, because there is a wrong way.
It definitely is wrong. Definitely a wrong
There's
way.
definitely a wrong way, but there's no one right way
No
to
one
do
right
it.
way.
And so, hey man, I'm a student, man. I'm on the wall, baby.
I just thought you give people flowers while they live.
Man, I
bro.
appreciate it, big dog. That's why I come to record you, dog. Because
I knew-
hey,
but I Kev, I knew you was using Pro Tools.
yes
on
sir,
there.
yes
I can hear it.
sir.
You can hear it. You
Yeah.
know it. See, I switch that kick.
Yeah.
So now,
Now you're gonna bring the fader down.
yeah.
Yeah, because you moved it up on the region and not the fader. Gotcha.
And I need my drums.
Yeah, you want them to smack.
Okay. We're gonna add that, and I'm gonna do it. If it sound right, we're gonna do it. One. Alright. I know a few was off, but ain't nothing quantized can't fix. Alright. Let's do two. Make sure we didn't screw it up though, Cap. Make sure we didn't. Yeah, I think I got how to do it. Alright, and then too, y'all, catch 22. I play keys, but I'm a drummer first. Starts with the drum line, double D's, dynamic drum.